but it really is like in that 10-15 second range. And they're off. We'll get that 2 seconds of timer sync taken care of shortly, I'm guessing.
Did I tell you I tried racing this game earlier and got a 1 hour, 3 minute time?
Yo. Forget 50 minutes, 60 minutes. Thunderface getting caught on that little conveyor belt there. The intro stage really is just an intro stage, though there is that little like series of lights under the floor in the assembly line that if you get caught on it, you have to jump off of it. It's not major, but it's one of those things that just annoys the player.
It's really not fun to make any mistakes on this stage because, like people have said in previous races, it's all execution in the intro for X2. So you know you can do better. You know you shouldn't be making any of these mistakes. It's a lot more frustrating than some other stages.
Honestly, as long as you don't get caught behind one of the gates, you've done the biggest thing right. I forget if being on the floor like Thunderface is right now affects the fade out time.
I feel like it shouldn't matter, but then again, what do I know? I've only got like a 40 time in this game. But for what it's worth, most people will try to avoid going to the floor.
Yeah, I know like some of the classic Mega Man games, if you beam out from higher up, it can affect the timer. But it doesn't really look like it did.
Moving on to Water Sponge, do we see any sweet double kicks off the wall to grab that heart? Yes, from Ryan.
Might have caught one.
No, from Thunderface.
He's just climbing up there. We said Raul needed maybe a game over late in the refights. He just picked up a 1-up as a random drop. Said he's having a little trouble with this jump.
Raul. Like 5th or 6th try from Thunderface?
I feel like Thunderface didn't have as much trouble. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention as much. But he's up either way. This is about what we would have expected here. The weather section of the sponge stage, it's just you hate rain. Pushing you back just a little bit, making these jumps more annoying, a little slower.
238 door for Raul.
Dang.
Thunderface probably about 15 seconds behind.
Yeah, hold on to that time for a second. Thunderface does get a few health drops on the way, which might help him out.
How many sponges are we gonna see?
But that was about a 54 door for Thunderface. What did you say? It was 38? Either way, the sponge fight is just lots of dash lemons to do 2 points of damage a shot. You don't want to make him mad, which Raul just did.
Angry Sponge, no bueno.
It's what, 9 seconds if the sponge gets mad? You want to see the sponge climb up to the ceiling like that. Wasn't sure if Raul got a dash lemon on that last hit for a moment. Just that freeze as the boss is dying. Oh!
Oh no, Thunderface. That's the opposite of what you want to do.
Picked up all that health too. The sponge does do a decent amount of damage over time. Unfortunately, sometimes you want to dash through the spinning strike chain to get inside of his shield, basically, and get some extra damage in. But in that case, it did not pay off. So Raul's off into Wheelgator stage already. Thunderface hopefully taking care of the sponge this time. Raul is here. First try jump to get up to the Buster capsule. Just good execution on his side. Thunderface is getting bodied by the sponge again. He's got to look out. Takes him out with, what is that, 4 hit points left?
Big lead for Raul.
Yep. That comment...
And Thunderface overcome.
think you were talking about it, or somebody was in one of the earlier races I was commentating. The strike chain actually taking care of your vertical momentum, so you can actually make that long jump across the spiked floor in that platform section.
You talking about when you come down from the capsule?
Yes.
Yeah, you can use the chain to hook the wall and drag you across, and you'll catch the next floating platform. I started doing it in my runs recently.
I think more even than just dragging it across, like it stops your falling momentum, and that's part of what helps you get over there.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Thunderface, I think that was the third try making that jump. It's not a very easy jump, so good job getting up there.
I think it's easier if you do the proper setup, if you go from the right step. Like, there's one specific step that you can jump off of that it makes your jumps to that capsule a lot easier. Puts you, like, in the right position.
I think I have a setup for it that's just not the standard setup. It still works. Raiul here, I thought he was going to go into a longer Buster pattern. Why did that wheel go left?
Raiul getting a million spin wheels.
So, the trick here with the wheel gator, every time you hit him with the strike chain, he goes into that flinch animation and tries to dive into the muck. Ugh! And you have about a 5-frame opening to hit him again. Otherwise, he goes under.
That's gotta be blood, right?
People are saying it's blood all of a sudden. I don't know if
it's red. What else would it be?
Yet. It's motor oil.
The blood of his enemies. Motor oil isn't red. I think it's the blood of all the humans that his Dino Tank is crushing as it rampages through the city.
Wow, this game just got dark.
Cool.
Either way, Raiul is now through. Thunderface is just having problems here.
Yeah, this stage is not being kind to Thunderface.
There is a large health drop nearby, I think. No, it's.
I would recommend that he get it. Large health OP.
He needs something.
He needs that health.
Makes the long jump here. He's gonna get it.
Good call.
So what I thought Raiul was doing was, obviously, if you don't hit him with the strike chain, he can still dive, but he's much less likely to. We'll see what Thunderface does in this fight if he opts to try a Buster strategy, because really the one thing you don't want him to do is dive. As long as you're doing damage, you're at least, going slightly faster. Thunderface, beyond missing that shot, actually pulled himself into the gator with the strike chain there. Maybe he can get this combo, though.
Not a bad combo.
This would be a nice time gain if he can keep this going. Oh,
that was still pretty good for him.
That was still very good. He might want to hit him with the Buster here rather than hitting.
Look at this climb from Raiul. Wow, what are you, good at the game or something? Holy crap!
Wow, he did get up there pretty fast.
Quick.
I'm so busy watching this gator fight, we completely missed Stag third. And you're right, that climb is not easy at the end of the stage in the Stag hallway.
That looked like some pro-level strats for climbing right there by Raiul. And he's making the full climb up the Stag room. I don't see enough people do this. I wish more people did it like this, just because it's fun to watch.
It is a lot of fun to watch. It's a little riskier, too. But if you can get it, it's nice. Just one more dash lemon. So he's a full stage ahead. I feel like Thunderface caught up a little bit with his gator fight.
Yeah, I feel like maybe Raiul didn't have as good of a chain combo, but I can't remember for sure.
Of course, that said, Raiul had a much better stage anyway.
Raiul had a lot more spin wheels. Well, regardless, Raiul is ahead, and by a lot.
Oh, yeah. Thunderface going to make this grapple over to the sub-tank. Nice. That's something I still need to pick up. Like it's a little trickier than it looks, but it's not by much. Raul into Centipede stage.
Using the chain instead of the speed burner.
Whatever gets you up there.
Yeah, I guess.
So, like, is the speed burner slightly faster than that chain, I would think?
I don't know. I always see people use the speed burner. This, I think, is the first time I've seen somebody use the chain. Maybe Raul knows something that I don't.
Well, he's got it. Thunderface having a little bit of a problem with this climb compared to Raul, but it's actually not that bad. He's still up there relatively quickly.
No one-shot chop register for Raul.
He got caught by a few of these lights, so he's going to have some fast-falling blocks here while Thunderface starts his stag fight. Wasn't sure if Raul was going to grab that health in front of the X-Hunter door.
I don't think he needs it. Centipede shouldn't give him any trouble. I don't expect Raider Killer to kill him.
Not even saying he needs it, just the way he was moving. Whoop. Last block. Thunderface with the safer ground version of the stag fight.
And that's the way I go. I'm not cool enough to climb all the way up the walls.
Well, he's got him down. Raul fires the Buster into the Centipede right away. Didn't even wait to... I don't think he waited to see what the pattern was going to be. He's kind of waiting now. So the trick is every time you hit the Centipede for anything big, unless he's in one of the tail attacks, he will immediately teleport away after he flinches. And those teleports are really laggy, they waste a lot of time, so you basically only want to hurt him if he's doing an attack where he won't teleport away.
Isn't there actual strats to this fight that I don't know about? I gotta go watch Justin videos. Yeah, every time I do a Centipede fight, I just wing it.
Yeah, that Centipede fight, not what we've seen from a lot of the top tier runners in the tournament where they slide down the wall and get the tail into an interesting pattern. But that's probably the next best fight you will see. Or the next best strategy, anyway. Thunderface is going to wait for this big block to get a little extra distance. Chrono just got here. Raul is winning by about a stage. They're on the same route so far. Let's see if Thunderface can take care of the chop register. Raul's going to set up to get the heart tank early in Crystal.
That was a quicker chop register for Thunder.
It was 3 shots. Nothing to complain about there. Thunderface desperately trying to avoid that little scanning tool. That will make the next mini-boss a little stronger.
Yeah, you don't want to upgrade Raider Killer. For one, it just wastes a bunch of time while you wait for the animation to finish. And for two, it makes the fight slightly more difficult and more complicated. Gives him all these extra attacks, he can shield himself, he starts firing in different patterns. It's unnecessary, you don't need all that.
Yup. Raul skipped the mid-boss in Crystal Snail's cage. Has the helmet now. So weapons cost less for him to use. His life just got even easier. I'm going to keep picking on him because he is such a huge favorite in this race. I know we're not supposed to play favorites.
Oh, I'm playing favorites. Let's go Thunderface. Holy crap! What are you doing?
What?
I didn't think anybody would ever try that in an actual race. Jeez.
I didn't even know you could do that.
I knew you could do it, but like, oh man. What a beast.
What was that? That should have pushed him and crushed him.
Yeah, you're supposed to like do like a charge buster shot through that, and like if you do it just right, it lets you phase through the block. I don't know exactly how it works, but I've seen like a video of it. I thought it was like some TAS stuff. Wow, Raul. Give this man a free pass to the finals. Holy crap.
Raul did not get the quick kill on the snail and is having fun just juggling his shell all over the place. Thunderface, I think, having a slightly worse fight than Raul did, and actually just got the stun from the Centipede. Just got the second one, too. So he can't fire more than one Buster shot at a time now. Fortunately, the Centipede's also about dead.
I'm still kind of in shock that he pulled off that phase through the crystal move.
That was swag.
Raul's my new favorite runner.
I think Cruz out there knows a little more about that clip than we do.
Well, I'm sure he knows a little more about the entire game than I do.
Well, I don't think Thunderface is going to go for that level of swag. Raul on the bike in the ostrich stage.
Show off your skills, Thunderface.
He lost the bike, but he made it across. Is it faster to take this platform back or to just jump in?
It is absolutely not faster.
I know, like,
that platform is super slow.
I keep forgetting you have the speed burner to help out the passage back.
Yeah, you can like jump halfway across and use the speed burner to get over there. That's a little faster than riding the platform the entire time, but I think using mech for both trips would be ideal. Yeah,
mech is ideal. The only thing I'm thinking would be faster than is jump in the pit and respawn.
I mean, I guess you could do that, but then what if you crash the bike and then you have to speed burner to get the heart and then
we're in 2 different stages now.
You could risk running out of lives and then maybe you game over.
Although I think I see what you're saying. Raul did not crash the bike.
I wouldn't want to risk losing my lives if I could help it, because I'll die to the ostrich stage and then I'll die to Surge's stage and I'll game over, and that's a big time loss. Keep those lives.
Raul having a good ostrich fight. I think he's like missing some of these second shots, but he's getting most of them. You can hit the ostrich again while he's still frozen, right before he breaks out. Then he'll always jump up. His iframes end at the top of that jump.
See how Thunder handles the snail? Will he use the charged mine?
Looks like he's going straight to normal mines. And they really are. It really is the second best thing to do, but you have to actually hit him with it.
Yeah, hitting him with the weapon that is good against him is a vital part of the strategy of trying to kill him.
Hitting him with any weapon, really. Snail thought he made it back home.
He was mistaken.
Just teasing.
Thunder putting him in the ground, where he belongs.
That shadow pose up there. Raul collecting that heart tank. It's the second time I've seen that in this tournament. I'd never seen it before.
Ooh, Leto.
So Thunderface has a little bit of work to do. Fortunately, Ostrich's stage is not that long as you don't crash the bike. Raul now does also have the full set of armor. Worth noting, they are in Moth 7th, which means they'll have the Silk Shot when they go into Bubble Crab stage, which will let them fill up 3 of their sub-tanks. They won't have the 4th one yet.
Is that Thunder doing that route too?
Thunder's not even up to his 7th Maverick yet, so we will find out.
Come on, Thunder, I believe in you. I have faith. Get that bike across, buddy.
I believe the trick is don't let go of dash.
GJ Thunderface.
All right, we're going to have a little bit of bike. I don't think he's going to make it. The good thing there is you don't want to be turning back and forth for like 30 seconds trying to get that heart tank and not crash the bike. If you're going to crash the bike, crash the bike. Either way, he's got it. It's only 10 seconds. Using a charged version of the mine to take out that Scorpion. Raul has already speed-burnered through most of Morphmoth's stage. No matter which route you take, you use a lot of speed-burner in this stage, but now that the route has changed to Stag Third, you have the full set of armor here. You're getting half price on all of your weapon energy usage.
You know if there's a way to get through that bug hallway without taking any damage at all? Like if you jump just right, if you speed-burner just right, if you dash just right?
As far as I know, the way to get through it without taking damage is casual strats.
Oh, just kill every bug.
Just kill the bugs. It works. Just like the burner works on the Moth.
Rip Moth.
Moth is not that hard of a fight. The hardest part's honestly the lag you're dealing with on the ground. Once you get him in the air, the speed burner will cause him to flinch, and that just makes the fight that much easier. Thunderface searching for Crystal Snail's weapon so he can start doing damage to the ostrich. Either that or he's trying to manipulate him up on top of this hill, which is not a bad idea given his pattern. Maybe it is a bad idea. He's taking care of the business. That's all that matters.
Says you can get through that hallway with no damage. I still don't understand how people pull off that jump. I've tried that jump like a dozen times and I just can't get up that cliff.
Which jump?
The one that Raul just did. Where he's being all fancy.
Are you hitting dash when you jump?
I don't know. I'm bad. I don't know.
Don't dash.
Don't dash?
The slope jumps in X1 and in X2 only work when you're not dashing.
Well, I don't mean the slope part of that jump. I mean once you get up to the upper part of the ledge, and then you gotta...
We'll see if Thunderface goes the same way. It might be easier to point out then.
Do it, Thunder. I don't think he's gonna go for it. Nah, he's going the old-fashioned Crisco way. The slow way.
It's the traditional slow way. It's reliable. Yeah. Well, Raul here fighting the Bubble Crab. I didn't actually look to see if he got his sub-tanks filled up. I'm assuming he did, because there's really no other... It doesn't matter when you get to 7 and 8 which one you do first, except for filling the sub-tanks.
I don't remember seeing Raul fill up tanks, and I know Thunder didn't.
Thunder has not gone to Morphmoth yet, so he can't. So as much as they are in the same stage right now, Thunderface still has a Morphmoth to take care of. Whereas Raul is off to the North Pole. He has gifts to bring to the counter hunters. I've got to work on the delivery of that line, just thought of it. Yeah, chat confirming for us he did not fill his sub-tanks.
I would guess that means he's pretty confident in his ability to take out the boss rush without needing a whole lot of energy.
Yeah.
Or maybe he'll just rely on what's already there in the stage.
Now, given the fact that Raul is a heavy favorite in this race, it might be that he's just kind of practicing or testing out going in here without the tanks. It might also be that he never goes to fill up his tanks, and that's just a route he's held on to because it's what he's used to doing. Sub-tanks filling him up for later on, since you can only use the legendary Shoryuken when X has full health. Every sub-tank you have basically is a hit you can take and still get through the Shoryuken rush relatively quickly. Otherwise, every time you take a hit in a boss fight, you're A, trying to make sure you don't take more than 8 hit points of damage so you can get filled up before the next one, and B, stuck fighting that fight normally Raul is not really getting in Violin's face, but I guess he is actually hitting him. I'm just not hearing the sounds of it because we've got the silent commentary stream up.
Yeah, Violin exploding would seem to suggest that perhaps he was hit a couple times.
Yep. I rely too much on that whap sound.
Raul moving on to the Surges stage, where we will very likely see a sweet elevator skip.
Mm-hmm. Elevator skip in this stage is a place where you can start losing a little bit of time. Given Thunderface's time, it's possible he knows elevator skip, but would not seem likely. It's one of those more advanced tricks that you don't normally see. Got the despawned platform. It is still there from what I'm told. Sorry?
I was just going to say, I don't think Thunderface knows elevator skip yet.
Yeah. That platform is actually still there, it's just not visible. Thunderface trying to kill the pink bug with bubbles.
Those sweet bubble strats. Oh, man,
why? I didn't even see what happened, I just saw he was on spikes.
R.I.P. EaBTasRaiul.
It's like... it's the little things. You get the elevators,
like not dying.
Give it 20 seconds, and then you miss that jump. Come on. But there might be a race later where he will need to make that jump, so best to practice it now.
Where the double hits at.
Yep. Possible to get him once when the boomerangs come out, once when the sonic slicers rain down. 1 and 2.
Here comes Thunder's 8th Maverick.
Yep. This is it.
The vicious and deadly Morph Moth.
We didn't talk about it too much earlier, but its first phase is 3 charge fire, 1 normal fire. You already hit him with 2 and 1. So he just needs this last bit. And just like we were saying earlier, once he's in the sky, he flinches whenever he's hit, so the fight gets really easy. It resets his pattern. Done. So
does that mean it's revisits time for Thunderface? I'm gonna guess yes.
Really?
Well, Thunder's PB is only what, like 47? You know he's got to get those tanks. I mean, I've got like a 40-something now, and I still fill up.
Yeah. He might want to hold off on it a little bit.
Oh, I guess not.
He might want to just kind of push here and see how fast he can get. How far he can get even.
Shows what I know.
I know in my PBs right now, dangerous, going all the way down to damage boost across the spikes. I kind of try to see how I'm doing on sub-tanks when I get into the refights before I go. And honestly, at this point, I'm also at only caring about it for Sigma himself. For the Shoryuken, which we saw Raul get with little fanfare from us in the booth. About to use it, though. No, he missed? Okay. Attempt 2 barely got the side. We're gonna have to talk to Capcom about these moves and see what needs to be rebalanced later. Thunderface making good use of the charged Silk Shot to take out the kind of wall crusher robots. The fact that Raul actually did not land on the spikes and take another counter Hunter death.
Good for him.
Very amazing right there, because usually when you miss that first one, you always land in the middle. Anyway, the key, of course, to having any sort of sub-tanks or otherwise deciding you don't need them, first you need full health for that capsule to even spawn, along with all the items not named 0 parts. You also need full health to actually use it. And Cruz is going to actually get the right details out there for me. Maybe you have them too. I know it's 16 damage on the first hit. It's 8 damage on additional hits. I just forget how many frames are between the hits.
That is not a question for me to answer. I will just tell people that you one-shot every frame that you're damaging them. So you kill Stag like 7 times. There you go. He's dead. Dead.
I think it's if it's just a frame, then it's 16 damage the first frame and 8 damage every additional frame. You do the math on that, it's 3 frames to do 32 points of damage, and that's the size of a full life meter in this game. Thunderface coming up to the elevator skip room. See how he handles this. He's not even going to go under the first 2.
Ride that rocket, Thunder.
So Raul hitting Gator a lot before finally landing that Shoryuken. Gator, one of the bosses, it's actually hard to hit with multiple frames, so it's good to whittle him down a little bit before you connect with it. Thunderface, it's 20 seconds slower to not do elevator skip. Of course, not dying is the fastest strat of all. An elevator skip is not easy.
Not dying is a pretty good strat.
Meanwhile, Raul taking out the Ostrich, one of the free refights. He will always lower his shoulder to charge.
Rip scrap shot.
Yep. So the thing with that Thunderface just did, he was getting the pink charge to try and switch to Magnet Mine and do the Magnet Mine strat. But when you cycle through your weapons, when you have Silk Shot ready to go, it will automatically draw things into fire. What is going on? I've never seen this on the Sergius fight.
Yeah, I don't exactly know what we're looking at here. It's neat.
It is pretty neat, and it's even neater that he's actually dodging it and he's not panicking about this. Good fight, actually, from Thunderface when all is said and done. Raul is making short work of all the Mavericks over there with the Shoryuken. Did he do the jump over the crab strat?
I don't know. I was too busy looking at Thunder being orbited by that energy ball.
Yeah. Wire Sponge, you want him to go up right away. That jump kind of works, but he's going to take a hit. He's going to use... That was his only sub-tank, and...
Oh! Ooh, good dodge.
Dodges!
Good jukes.
Sponge unable to punish him for that Shoryuken.
Not for a lack of trying.
Oddly enough, the problem was that he jumped to go after him. If he had just stood his ground, it would have been fine, because the recovery time on that move... Snail is one of the other very difficult Mavericks to get a Shoryuken off on. Thunderface having a little trouble with these wall jumps, just decides to get to the other side.
Here we go, bottom round.
So Raul took some hits here. I'm not sure how many Mavericks he has left. I know a lot of
all done.
A lot of players do the Snail last, so he may very well be all done.
Don't forget to fill up your energy. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thunderface filling up his energy before he goes in there. Did have a little bit in the tank. Not sure how early he checked. Because it would be amazing if you get up there, you check it, you use it, and then there's just not enough or there's nothing there. Does have to keep in mind that he doesn't have anything else for later. I have not seen this strat for this room.
Yeah, listen, I love bubbles as much as the next guy. I don't recall ever seeing anybody use it for that particular all-in.
So again,
if it works, it works.
The key is you need full health for the Agile fight to use a Shoryuken. So, good job taking care of him that way and getting through that hallway safely. Meanwhile, Raul not quite in Brofist range.
Raul getting fancy on his way over to 0. Sweet speed burner / chain strats.
Gets the double, though. You use a Shoryuken to enter that room just so the game forgets to make X walk back to that starting position, which makes hitting 0 with 2 Shoryukens that much easier. So only 2 bosses left between Raul and victory at this point. Thunderface still with, I guess, 11 bosses left.
Things are not looking good for Thunderface. The chance that he'll be able to catch up is dwindling.
So Thunderface is doing some sub-tank refilling. Raul is doing some Wolverine killing.
Wolverine is donezo. Last boss for Raul. Here comes Wire Sigma.
So it was a really nice Wolverine kill.
That was a really nice Sigma Virus kill.
It was an even better Sigma Virus kill.
Pretty good Gator kill from Thunder.
36-20. RaceBot reporting a 25-second PB for Raul there. Not sure if it's a true PB or not.
That's a race PB. That's good too.
Race PBs are always good. Thunderface taking care of Wheelgator pretty well. If Thunderface's PB is actually a 47, would you say he's in really good position right now to improve on that time?
Got like 9 minutes to finish the boss rush and the last stage. I think that's doable, right?
Should be.
I mean, boss rush only takes like what? 5-ish minutes?
Boss rush is a split that it really just depends on how lucky you are with the Shoryukens. The best part here is that it's taking so long for anything to actually connect with anybody. So the boss rush really is kind of defined by how many Shoryukens you can land. This is why, like, I'm going to use myself as the example here. My tournament race last week at this point, I guess. I've been playing the game, on and off for a little while. I had a high 40s PB, and all of a sudden, I saved a full minute in the refight split alone, which you wouldn't expect to like have that much time in anywhere. So these refights really can swing a PB by a lot. Fortunately, he's able to take care of the ostrich without taking much more damage. He's able to fill up again.
Come on, Thunder, get another one. There you go.
There you go. So even if you only hit with that first frame of the Shoryuken, doing 16 damage, half the boss's life meter is never a bad idea.
It's still much preferable to using whatever the boss's weakness is. It's always going to be faster.
Yeah, even if you only get that one hit and then have to resort to the weakness, you've just saved a lot of time in the fight. So this should be Stag. Goes to the right, still works.
I still have not mastered the left Shoryuken on Stag.
Yeah, if you're not comfortable with the left Shoryuken, if you can get a left Shoryuken off right away in the fight, it doesn't one-shot him like we were saying earlier, but it one-shots him.
Nice little gig done by Thunderface.
Thunderface diligently filling up those sub-tanks. It's not a bad idea, honestly.
Does he get the crab Shoryu? Can you make him jump? Ooh, girl! I always find that to be impressive because I can't do it.
Anything that takes down...
Rip Raul.
Yeah. Not sure what Raul's doing right now.
It had to have been on purpose. I don't know what he's doing. He's just playing around.
I think he's trying to do some kind of glitch. Thunderface is waiting for the sponge to jump. He got him for a couple of frames, but he just made him angry. Sonic Slicer is the weakness. but it's not going to help while he's angry. Fortunately, the slicer does go right through that strike chain shield. Cuts him in half. Brutal.
Sayonara sponge. How many Mavericks we got left? I think Moth.
Moth is left. Snail is left. That might be it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Technically, it doesn't go right through the strike chain. It's that there's two slicers fired at once. One goes through, the other one connects. Raul, why?
Taking that lava bath.
Thunderface taking out the Moth. Because you must fight the second phase of Moth, one Shoryuken will never end that fight. Nice climb there. The hardest part actually about the Morph Moth fight is making sure you don't get nicked by the larval phase when it falls on the ground.
Yeah, it makes you feel pretty bad when that happens.
Yeah. Alright, so last refight. Pop out of the shell.
Come on. Get it, Thunder. Don't let him play you like this.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Get the mines out. Get the mines out. You want to save those sub-tanks for Sigma. Just end this fight with mines. It's the last Maverick. Much like Raul did here, you don't want to really just mess around with this fight. There's something to waiting a little bit longer to get the strat, and then there's just end it. Oh, no! That mine in perfect position to catch the snail when he popped out trying to slow everything down. So Thunderface will have about 5 minutes to PB, we think?
Yeah, I think that's reasonable for Hero and Wolverine and Wire Signal. If he Shoryu's most of them.
So I think, as people are asking here, what's the upcoming schedule? I want to say we have a Mega Man 3 race coming up on this channel right after this. So as soon as Thunderface takes out the Sigma Virus, we are going to have, I believe, SC Hitch and Jbeth. But let's see Thunderface wrap this up first.
That's pretty presumptuous of you. What if Sigma wins?
If Sigma wins, we're going to have bigger problems than who's racing next. Sigma can't win. We need everlasting peace, and Thunderface is here to provide it.
Rip Brofist. Do you have any energy in the tank?
He's got something. He's been filling him up. He's into 3 sub-tanks. He's weighing whether he needs to use a full sub-tank or a half sub, because he has so little in that third one. But he's going to just
PB
go
on the line.
I mean, fire strats are not bad here. Like I said, if you're going to struggle throwing sub-tanks around, and this Zero fight, probably the easiest one to just use a weakness weapon instead of a Shoryu.
I don't know, I guess he didn't have confidence in his ability to Shoryu without wasting that tank and getting hit again.
I mean, like I was saying, like the entire end game, the last 2 stages, is all about can you get Shoryukens off. And it can take very little time, or it can take a lot of time.
Come on, buddy, get that PB.
I'm not sure if I agree with using the sub-tank there. You don't know what the Wolverine is going to open up with, and we've seen a couple of players in this tournament now.
Do you think you would like to see the damage boost?
Yeah, the damage boost sub-tank strat. The damage tank?
Well, we're going to see if it pays off for him.
He's got a lot of energy left, so...
Ooh.
He's trying to figure out how to do this. He uses his small sub-tank.
Come on, Thunderface.
And immediately gets hit. Don't even bother. Start firing lemons. He's not doing any damage. Or he's going for the damage tank though. Can't get it.
Ah!
He's got the Sonic Slicers out now. That's the weakness. That's what I was thinking. Sometimes you are better served just using the weapon on Wolverine, because Wolverine is the one that's probably the hardest to Shoryuken out of this bunch.
Yeah, for sure. He's the trickiest.
And saving it for the Sigma virus, because now he's going to need a drop against the virus if he wants to be able to do it.
He's going to need a couple.
He's still, I think, within one large health drop, although now that just became very dicey. So you should get out the strike chain and start going to work and hope he gets a health drop.
We're thinking Thunder has a 47-ish. So he's got about a minute and some change, maybe, depending on what exactly his PB is.
Yep.
Thunderface got a 47.53 against Fatso, 47.07 against Hactical. So that's what I'm saying, his PB is 47.07.
47.07. So
that is what I believe.
Time, he's got to just start hitting with these strike chains.
I think he can still pull this off.
Little screwdriver guy, give him some health. He's not doing it.
Get the chain out, buddy. Chain is never. Friend.
The one thing is, if you think you're going to run out of chain, use the Crystal Hunter to strike one of the normal enemies, and then just dash into them. They'll always drop weapon energy that way.
I did not know that was a thing.
That is a thing. Thunderface leaving these enemies on the screen, just creating all sorts of lag. Just go to work, go to work.
Come on, come on.
Merciless here, come on.
47.05, does that count? What's RaceBot say?
RaceBot is reporting a 1 second race PB for Thunderface. Good job.
GG Thunderface. I like it.
Super Mario Bros. 3 Great Oglib says very often, you never want a PB by too much. But hopefully we can just clean up that Wolverine Sigma fight. Maybe pull PB by a little more next time. But it's still not a bad showing by any stretch.
Yeah, definitely not a bad showing to have your best time in the tournament so far. Even if it's by 1 second.
He's probably a little frustrated about that Wolverine fight. More than anything else. That's...
I think better tank management would have gotten him a better time.
I think when he went in there for the damage boost Shoryuken strategy, if he had just connected with that, we might have seen a much bigger PB here. Other than that, I mean, he did everything else right. Raul freeze framing on that shadowy X figure.
That looks pretty sick.
So Thunderface will get that Shoryuken next time, I'm sure.
Kinda looks like he's wearing a dress.
Yeah,
that's how I interpret that silhouette.
It's just his legs moving so fast, he's kicking up all the ash. So I think that's going to do it for this race.
Yes.
Like we were talking early on, this was a Group F race. This puts Thunderface at 0-3. And yeah, he is going to be out for the next round. He will have one more bracket matchup with Conster 786. This will be the second win for Raul. Puts him at 2-0, chasing after Colonel Fatso's 3-0. Colonel Fatso's only remaining match in pool play is against Raul. So,
if anybody wants a chance at getting out of that group with Fatso, we're going to have to match Raul's 2-0, or 2 wins.
And realistically, Raul, at this point, only cares about Colonel Fatso as far as getting top seed in the group goes. Although it is conceivable that Conster could go 3-1 as well if he beats Raul, Raul beats Fatso, then that you would have 3 people at 3-1, and things would get interesting. So I guess it's not completely out of the question for Raul to want that 4th win against Conster himself, actually. Just make sure that nothing strange happens.
Hello, Thunderface.
Hey. Can't hear him.
Perhaps he's not talking to us.
Circle's turning green actually. On Discord. He's trying to say something.
Hey guys.
Hey.
How you feeling about that 1 second race PB, bro?
Not as good as I thought I would. I didn't think I could even PB if I missed the Shoryus on Sigma there, but then I kind of looked like I surprised myself, I guess. Having a PB with a Death Bone Sponge, I guess, means easy next PB.
You would hope.
Oh man, that was not a good way to start it off though. Being one shot away from finishing him off, and then him jumping into me was definitely felt bad. But after that, I felt like I kept it together and managed to put some good stages in. So
you've got 1 race left in this tournament against Conster, I believe. How do you feel about your chances against them?
I think that's the only race I might realistically have a chance at winning. So I'm going to be putting in a lot of practice for that one. I think his time is kind of like 40, like it's a bit better than mine, but it's still like 44 or something. So I think I can get there whenever we do race.
Did you get a chance to see Raul's sick crystal strats on the snail stage?
I did not. I wasn't watching watching his race or listening to any of the commentary, but I do see that there's a clip here already.
Oh, you gotta watch that clip.
I'm definitely gonna watch that clip. It looks, if it's good enough to get clipped immediately.
Oh, I think somebody got it. It's here in the chat log someplace.
Wait, okay, I see the clip. How did he do that?
He's just a beast, Thunder.
Thank you, Cyclone.
It's just what happens when you reach beast status. You start defying the laws of physics of the game and just do what you want.
That's
Walk
insane.
through walls, one-shot bosses. The world's your playground.
That's just nuts.
So that's what you're gonna practice for your race with Conster, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that strat off for sure.
Right, we can expect to see that out of you. What strats do you think you're gonna practice for sure? What are you trying to improve?
I wanna one thing I wanna start doing sometime soon is the tailspin glitch on Centipede, because Centipede sucks.
Actually, neither of you got that glitch in this race. Calling it a fight now.
Yeah, in like even if I knew how to do it, I got the worst like RNG for doing it in